Yo, what's good, my people? I know y'all are waiting for that new update to drop, but hey, we gotta be patient and hold up for the developers to finish all their patches and stuff that they gotta do. But I realized there are a few things that I missed out on, especially in the recent patch that they dropped. So as you guys can see down below on my screen, you'll see that there's the version info. It even tells you my device and the amount of RAM I have and all of that stuff, my graphics renderer. So that's what happened in this recent patch that came up, and some other changes to cars and some other small things that I want to share with you guys, including a couple things that I didn't go into details with from my previous videos in the other version. That first update patch, I didn't go into details with those, so I'm gonna be giving a thorough demonstration or explanation, maybe a little review in detail compared to the summary that I did last time. So yeah, we gonna get into that, but first gotta do the shout outs. So a quick shout out to these awesome viewers and subscribers. I always appreciate the support, and I'm gonna be trying to do a lot more things in the future, like events and stuff like that, after these first few updates for CPM 1.2. If you wanna appear in a future video, you just comment shout out down below and I'll try to pick you out. Early comers get the best chances, so try to show up early. And yeah, let's dive right in and get started with the first thing. Real quick though, do you wish you could sit on your phone and PC and make money from just playing games? Kinda like I do, but way easier. Let me introduce y'all to SnackZ, our proud sponsor for this video. SnackZ is an app that allows you to earn real rewards just for playing mobile games. Complete milestones, earn coins, and then redeem those coins for actual rewards. Powered by Aniba, a trusted gaming marketplace, this app lets you discover over 100 high-quality games, from RPGs, strategy, even puzzle games, whatever you're into. You play them and complete some easy tasks or levels. You earn coins, then cash those coins out for real stuff that you actually want. We're talking about PayPal money straight to your account, Amazon gift cards, Netflix, Uber Eats, Visa, or even gaming credits like Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, you name it. It works on Android as a regular app and on iPhone through the browser, and is super easy to use. Getting started is real easy. Just download the app, links in the description, and I'll put it in the comments too. You sign up with your email and you're good to go. They give you a sign-up bonus worth up to $10 just for using my link. Discover, play, earn, redeem. Trust me, people are already cashing out. It's legit. Every week, SnackZ pays out rewards for a value of $100,000, so don't miss out. Sign up using my link down below in the description and pinned comment and claim your sign-up bonus worth up to $10, which already puts you way on track towards your next purchase in the item shop. Start earning and let's turn that gaming time into rewards. You play, they play. Super thanks to SnackZ for sponsoring the video. Be sure to check him out. So this first change is one that took place in the most recent patch. That's the one I just got. As you can see, the BMW M4 has gotten a lot of good changes to it. You can see I even have the grill with the M Sport badge. I just did a little thing on it. It's not perfect. I just did it quick for the video. I might add some more details to it later, but you know, it looks good so far. So you can make your detailed M Sport badge on the M4 now, including your logos, just like how CPM1 had it in its recent update too. So you're gonna have all of that going on. Here I will quickly show you guys the body kits that we got, including the one that contains the M Sport badge option where you can make the badge there. So it looks like they added a little carbon fiber wing to the back here. I did see this wing in CPM1. I don't remember if I saw this one, but I did see this one in CPM1 first. The bumpers, I'm not sure which ones are the newest. I think is these ones to the end. So these are the ones that were in CPM1 already, and then these are the extra ones, I believe, that they carried over. And as for the rear bumpers, I think it's the same story. Yeah, they just carried over a few things, and I kind of like this one. Yeah, this one looks clean, but I'm gonna stick with this one because it fits the aggressive look better. Side skirts, I think is the same thing. Yeah, I already installed the latest one, but I'm gonna preview it for you guys anyway. There you go. I like that one. It matches the aesthetic. And then these basic stuff, you already know, the regular hood scoop and stuff. I don't know why they still add these, but okay, I don't think people really use them. Like this, I understand people using this, but like these scoops and stuff, I guess RYZEN use it still, I don't know. And here is the grill. So these are the grill options. It's the first, second, and then this one contains the badge. So the area, so here's would be a clear area, and you have to design it, add the vinyls to it like how I did right here. So here is how I added the vinyls right there. and it's gonna show up at the front just like that. Lights on the M4 also saw improvements, like the running lights when you turn it on. So if I click ride car and then I turn around once you start it up, so here are the lights. I think they look really nice. I can't wait for them to add the option to change colors in another update, I guess, for CPM2, because we had that in CPM1 for a while now, but not in CPM2. But it looks great nonetheless. So if I shut the car down, you power down, and when you start it up, the lights come on. I think that's cool. As for the animations, I think it's pretty much the same from CPM1. I like how the windshield now has an outline, because previously for most of the cars with animations, like the window just completely disappears, but now you have like a little clear outline so you can see that a window is there. Let me show for example. I'm not sure they fixed it on the M2, but the M2's window would just like completely disappear, and that kind of breaks the immersion, you know. So when I cycle around, you see that the window is just completely gone. So they need to do the same thing that they did to the M4 to the new M2 right now. And it's the same story for the open hood. Same design that's in CPM1, just looks a lot cleaner in CPM2. So you're gonna see a lot more details. The reflections are gonna look better. Just all the good benefits that you get with CPM2 carried over. Interior though, I'm not sure the interior is complete. The reason I said that is the dashboard. I don't think it's complete, or if this is the look that they really were going for. Maybe they're gonna change it again in the final release. Hope so, because I'm not seeing much right now. I don't think this is the complete version, but yeah, these are the changes to the interior. And the M4, I'm probably gonna do a full drive through with it in my next upload. Full M4 video, just cruising around and stuff like that, and showcasing it in a clean look. The next big thing I wanted to talk about though is with the new Mercedes that they added in. Now this one, it has the 4-wheel steering. Is that what it's called? The all-wheel drive steering. I don't know what's the proper term for it. One of you tell me in the comments. But as you can see here, when I turn the wheel, the rear ones turn with it as well. So that is pretty cool. I don't think I saw that in CPM1. I would have to check it out to make sure and confirm that, but in CPM2 it's the first time I'm seeing this. So it's like a rear wheel axle steering along with the regular steering up front. It's pretty cool, and this works with all the gearboxes in the car. It's not like a specific gearbox, it works with just the Mercedes like that. I'm not sure how much functionality it has, like if it actually helps take sharper turns and stuff like that, but it looks pretty cool in action, and it seems to be functional so far. I don't know how much it helps with steering performance, but it should, I believe, that's the purpose of it, right? And a quick reminder for designers, livery makers, and designers, the livery limit has increased to 300 now. I did mention it in my first video, but just in case you're new and you didn't hear about it, so we got an increase to 300, so that is good. So yeah, good stuff for the, is it a Maybach? Whatever it's called, is it an E500? I don't know. Mercedes. I always see the Maybach edits and stuff like that. I'm not too sure of the full name. But yeah, let's move on to the next thing. This was mentioned in the patch notes, and this is the interior deformation and the car deformation together. So they disable the interior deformation and they reduce the car deformation, I guess, to make it more grounded, like more realistic, like the bending is not too much, you know, like those old Unity games. They trying to reduce that effect and make it look more realistic. I did browse over it, but I didn't test it out. So now we're gonna give that a quick test and see how much damage it takes and how it looks after. Another thing to note in this recent patch is that they added toll booths to this area. In my previous videos, you would see that these weren't here before, and they take tax from you. So yeah, the tax collectors are here too. So as you can see, the damage is a lot more grounded. It looks like actual dents that you would see in real life. Nowhere near perfect, not BeamMG level type, but it is definitely there. It's like Forza level. I would say it's a little bit more aggressive than Forza and the damage that you would see on those type of games. But yeah, all this damage done to the outside, all those hits, and you won't see any bending on the inside. So you won't see any of the interior folding up. or anything like that, so the interior stays the same, but the outside you might see little bits of the crumbling on the outside. So that's the basics of the damage that they changed up, and I think it's good. I like it. I like the more grounded thing about it. So let me know what you guys think, and if this is an improvement and what else they should improve on. Now for a change that I personally love, and I'm sure you guys are playing emulators will love too, and that is you can save the game on emulators now. You don't have to worry about that arrow that says can't save progress. Now you can actually save your game on emulator, not worry about your cache being rolled back or losing your cards if you did transfers on the emulator. Now it will save successfully, so I'm loving that. One thing that some players won't like though is that arcade mode has been removed. I know probably a lot of y'all made setups like track setups and tunes focused around arcade mode, not without the arcade mode, but now it's removed, so they're going full on simulator style, I guess. So arcade mode is removed, so cars will be a lot more unpredictable unless you do proper tuning to them. So if we check the settings and head to car while you're in the game, you will see that there's no option for arcade mode, just the typical ABS, and you can get steering assist if you're using controller or arrows, but you can't get arcade mode. Completely change the physics, so you're gonna have to rework your tunes if you were a player that focused on arcade mode. So now you will realize that cars will be a lot more unpredictable and easy to oversteer, but also easy to understeer. If you don't brake early enough and stuff like that, you're turning too aggressively, you can either oversteer or understeer depending on the car and the setup. So you're definitely gonna have to put more effort into tuning from now on if they don't change it. Another small but significant change is in multiplayer with the trade-in and how messages work. So in the DMs and stuff like that, and when you get car sales, it will look differently. Hold on, let me turn my chat on real quick and take a look at it. So settings, let me turn my chat on, unhide the nicknames. Wait, let me keep those here. So once you go up here, you will see that you have the friends and the DMs change, and you can see all the players here and see who sent you a DM. So it's kind of like a messaging app. And if I click here, he said unexpected. I guess he didn't mean to see me. Let me tell him, you're in a video. There you go. Close to the end, so that he knows he's in there. All right, there we go. And yeah, so when they send you the message, there you go, you get a little notification pop up and stuff like that. It works the same when you're trading. I wish I had brought my other account so I could make a trade and show you guys in details, but you will see once you get the update and get online. And he's surprised he's in a video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these changes and what you think they should improve on and what you expect to see. As always, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Stay safe.